Hello, this is Nancy today. It's story time. Now I have to be careful about what stories I read because they have to be 50 years old or 50 years after the death of the author or something like that for the copyright to have expired. And since it's bedtime, I'm going to read a story to Claire. Claire, are you ready? Okay. You should get all tucked in now, and I'll read you to sleep, okay? Okay, here's the picture. The Tortoise and the Hare. Now, this is one of Aesop's fables. Aesop was a person that lived a long, long, long time ago, way before you were born. And he wrote stories, and his stories all taught something. And so he would think about some idea, and then he would think, I've got a story that will show that. So every one of his stories has a certain lesson to learn. So this is about the tortoise and a hare. Do you know what a tortoise is? It's a turtle. You know what a hare is? It's a rabbit. A rabbit that stands up on two legs. I know, sounds strange, eh? Okay. Once upon a time, there was a hare who, boasting how he could run faster than anyone else, was forever teasing Tortoise for his slowness. Then, one day, the irate, that means angry, Tortoise answered back. Who do you think you are? There's no denying you're swift, that means fast, but even you can be beaten. The hare squealed with laughter. There he is. Beaten in a race? By whom? Not you, surely. I bet there's nobody in the world that can win against me. I'm so speedy. Now, why don't you try? There's the tortoise. See his big shell? His head is coming way out. Annoyed by such bragging, the tortoise accepted the challenge. A course was planned, and the next day at dawn, they stood at the starting line. The hare yawned sleepily as the meek tortoise trudged slowly off. When the hare saw how painfully slow his rival was, he decided, half asleep on his feet, to have a quick nap. Take your time, he said. I'll have 40 winks and catch up with you in a minute. The hare woke with a start from a fitful sleep and gazed around looking for the tortoise, but the creature was only a short distance away, having barely covered a third of the course. Breathing a sigh of relief, the hare decided that he might as well have breakfast too. So there's the hare. And off he went to munch some cabbages he had noticed in a nearby field. But the heavy meal and the hot sun made his eyelids droop. With a careless glance at the tortoise, now halfway along the course, he decided to have another snooze before flashing past the winning post. And smiling at the thought of the look on the tortoise's face when it saw the hare speed by, he fell asleep and soon was snoring happily. The sun started to sink below the horizon, and the tortoise, who had been plodding along toward the winning post since morning, was scarcely a yard from the finish. At that very point, the hare woke with a jolt. He could see the tortoise a speck in the distance, and away he dashed. He leapt and bounded at a great race, his tongue lolling and gasping for breath. Just a little more and he'd be first at the finish, but the hare's last leap was just too late, for the tortoise had beaten him to the winning post. Poor hare, tired and in disgrace, he slumped down beside the tortoise, who was silently smiling on him. Slowly does it every time, he said. So do you realize what the story is about? It's about the tortoise going very slowly, but he kept going. The hare, who was very fast, thought, he had lots of time, and so he would stop. And then he didn't make it in time. That's what that's about. So, if your mommy ever says to clean up and you think, I'll do it later, I have lots of time. She says, clean up before we go. And then if you think you can do it really fast, all of a sudden you might find out you ran out of time. Okay, that was The Tortoise and the Hare. That's one of Aesop's fables. Can you say that? Aesop. It's spelled really weird. Aesop. Aesop's fables. A fable is a kind of a story that means something else. Okay, well, that's Nancy today. I hope you're about to fall asleep, because I sure am. Oh, just kidding. Bye.